What is going on, guys? I'm just Untitled Chapter here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Gundam Astaroth Rinascimento from the Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans Gekko manga. So this is the form of the Astaroth after defeating the Gundam wall, and actually the silhouette looks absolutely amazing because of the rough knee armor that gives him more oomph, and also the gigantic shield arm over here and the new backpack, and also these panel thrusters over here that I love. But then the color scheme just doesn't do it any justice because there is not enough warm colors to contrast the gigantic chunks of blue and white. For example, there's not enough red on the body to contrast between these cold colors. So I feel like there is something missing to the kit, but also I feel like the design is absolutely amazing. So look at the head. The head, I don't think that there is ever a Gundam that has a full V-fin with two different designs. I know there are some asymmetrical designs of V-fins, but those are all due to the V-fins being broken. So correct me if I'm wrong and list out the specific mobile suits that has this kind of design, but in my knowledge, this is the first Gundam to ever have a full V-fin with different designs at each side. So for stickers, you have the red on the forehead, the eyes, the yellow over here, the ring on the thruster, I didn't forget this time, and then the three pieces over here on the thrusters, but unfortunately the bottoms are still blue. So painting would be preferable, but the sticker for me just does its job. So that's all the details for the Astaroth Rinascimento. So for the articulation of this guy, the head is on typical double ball joint, the arms are still on your ball joints, the shoulder armor can come up, the leftover joint over here can let the shield arm come up, the arms can rotate above the elbow, bend at the elbow at one joint, but then the difference between the Rhodey arm and then this arm is that this arm can only bend 90 due to the bulk, and this can bend 135. There is still that torso rocking motion over here, and then there's the swivel waist, and then the front skirts can move, side skirts can move, back skirts cannot move as usual. The legs can go forwards and back separate from the legs. They can go forwards a little bit because of the bulk, back, out all the way, rotation at the hip, a double jointed knee. This seems to be better, but I cannot say for sure. And then the ankles are on ball joints over here, and they can go side to side, and then the toe can come down. So although the articulation is divided between the halves of the mobile suits, all in all, it is pretty decent. I would complain about this arm being too bulky, so that it lost some articulation at the arm, but all in all, it is pretty decent. So for the accessories of this guy, first of all, you have the shield arm. The shield arm is basically this gigantic shield, and then it can unfold into an arm. Although it cannot just go straight down because the joint has to bend outwards, but it also has a palm that is on a ball joint, and then it can rotate over here. The cool thing is, Bandai made it so that you can convert this from the right side to the left side, because it can be compacted like this. So if you want to switch this to the left side, you can. You just need to crack open this piece and then just switch it around. So that is a cool feature. So if you have two of this kit, you can actually make it have 4 arms. Well, to top it all off, put the Gundam Rebate backpack in there, and then you have 6 arms. That is going to be insane customization, somebody do that. So that's all for the shield arm for now. And then you have the rifle. So the rifle is just the standard old rifle that Vocal Warren made for the Astaroth. I colored the scope metallic green with my Gundam marker, and it can actually be held in the hand as usual, but the shield arm can also hold it. Well, it can hold basically any accessory that the main arms can hold. So there it goes. And then the rifle can be stored on the body, but the storing unit is actually pretty bad. So if I can get this rifle back out here, there we go. The storing unit is right here on the right skirt. Yeah, somebody needs to do something about this armor. So this unit, first of all, when I tried to take this off for panel lining, I stressed the ball joint. But because the holes of the Astaroth Origin armor is not made for ball joints, the ball joint cannot come back out. And then when I tried to pull it out, it actually is stressed. So be careful with that. So how you store it in is just put this and then slide the handle down. But then if anything collides with it, it will start to flop and eventually fall out. So I'm just going to leave this out for now. So it is pretty decent that they implemented a storing unit for the rifle, but it is pretty impractical. Although you can fix the problem by stiffening up the handle of the rifle, so that's an easy problem that you can fix. And then you have the set of knives. So I colored the blades white because they're supposed to be in a different color. And these are just the assault knives of the Astaroth. But this time you get a pair of them because you have a pair of boost armor. It makes sense that you have two knives for the Astaroth. So let me actually demonstrate. There. And then these can be stored on the left skirt. So this one just goes in like this. It just goes in like this. Just make sure the protruding part of the handle just touches the top of the other one. Although they came from different plates, there's no difference to their design, so yeah, it doesn't matter which knife goes in which position. And then you have the sub knuckle. The new sub knuckle is actually made from a Garmrody's knee armor, and actually looks pretty cool. And it has the gigantic Warren crest. This is obviously done by a sticker. But then to mount it on the arm is actually a bit tedious. So I need to take off the actual hand for convenience because you need to feed it in to the handle and then somehow put the hand cover back on. Well, the worst part is it is hollow inside, so if anything drops in there, you need to shake it out. And then just put it back into here and then peg it on to the old hole. But so then this gives the left arm a more of a hefty silhouette. And it just amps up the oomph of the actual mobile suit. Because from this angle, if you saw it, you cannot unsee it, but if you haven't seen this thing, you would think that this is the actual fist. That's what I thought about this kit anyways. So that's it for now. And then you have the return of the Demolition Knife. It's just the same old knife, same old gimmicks, and same old storage arm. So you just peg it in and then just peg it into the backpack. So the instructions advise you to let the sub knuckle hold the Demolition Knife because it's just too heavy. But obviously you can ignore all those advices and let the main arms use the Demolition Knife. Well, to each their own. There you go. Just put the arm back on. But now the problem is the joints are not stiff enough to just hold up the Demolition Knife. But that can easily be fixed by just applying nail polish or just some paint or matte coat, just some coating onto the joints. So that's the Demolition Knife. And then the extension is the Bastard Chopper. Apparently this thing is only used for chopping up bastards. But anyways, this was pretty plain on its own. And actually comes with a storage arm, so this peg can go into this hole. And these go flush together. And then they can be pegged onto the other hole of the backpack. And then this can be held independently. So here you go. And then there are blades here, so it can be used as a chopper. And then the other thing, it has an actual functioning pile bunker, which you can take this entire thing out. So the functions absolutely blew me away. The most significant feature of the Bastard Chopper is that you can mount it onto the Demolition Knife. So the same peg for storing can go into the hole in the Demolition Knife. It just goes on here, and then all of a sudden the knife is a million tons more heavier than just the knife. So all the more reasons to stiffen up the joints. And this kit does come with a slanted hand, but you still need to reuse the hand cover of the right hand to make this a fully functioning hand. So that is all the accessories for the Astaroth Rinascimento. First of all, there are some leftover fully functional accessories in this kit. First of all, you have the original backpack, put it on if you desire, and then you have the sub knuckle, which, if you're a crazy person like me, you can put it inside and basically fully armored. But then obviously you can customize this kit to your own liking with these two pieces. Now, for the comparisons. First of all, let's bring in the originally introduced Gundam Astaroth. And to be honest, I prefer the silhouette of this guy more because a lot of oomph with the bulk. But then I prefer this guy's color scheme because there is a lot more red to contrast the cold colored design. So if the fan thruster over here, or the panel thruster over here, can be red, that would be awesome. Just need a little bit of painting work to fix it up. And then the Gundam that will be fighting later on, the Gundam Dantalion. These two look pretty good together because they are going to be rivals later on in the manga. So that is all for the Gundam Astaroth Rinascimento. What do you think of this kit? Tell me in the comments below. I actually think that this is a take in my book because of the unique design. It will pop in your Astaroth collection. Although I still prefer the original to this guy, but this guy is absolutely amazing. Just with the actual silhouette and the actual weapons, well, there are problems, but they can easily be fixed by stiffening up the joints. And a fully functional pile bunker, come on. So that is it for the Astaroth Rinascimento. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and also subscribe for more gaming videos, model reviews, and all that kind of stuff. Subscribe to Ryan Swing Louis, who is Ultra Prime previously, Ace of Videos, Pure Percentage, and Plow Model Productions if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys. Bye bye.